This is Corolla Digital.
Hey guys, it's Skip.
And Allison Bedell.
We're really happy to be part of Corolla Digital and to bring you our first podcast. The first bunch of episodes were recorded earlier in the year as we thought we'd be launching them back then. So you may hear some things talked about that seem untimely with what's going on right now.
Also, in the first dozen episodes, we recorded some segments where we talk about other things that we thought fans would love to hear, but it made the podcast way too long.
So you may notice that on occasion, something seems like it's missing, and that's because we cut some of it out of the podcast.
But in the meanwhile, we'll be taking listener questions from Facebook and Twitter and add things as we figure out what works and what you want to hear.
Until then, sit back and enjoy
Hammer and Nails.
Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Allison Bedell.
Hey.
Hi.
We're back.
We're on the road, and this is our first podcast by ourselves.
We are in sunny California, and this is a whole different place out here, right?
Yep, we are in the middle of Catch a Contractor filming.
Originally, we were going to set it up to where in the order that we were recording, and we're going to do like it, behind the scenes Catch a Contractor, starting with season 1, right through all the episodes through season 2, and by the time we aired season 3 in June, we will kind of. Yeah, I heard that. That was great.
Sorry, I was trying to keep my mouth closed. I would clip my mouth closed so you wouldn't hear it while you were talking.
Oh my god!
Came out my nose.
That's pretty crazy.
Sorry. What were you saying? So we were going to talk
That's
about...
like when you're sitting on the chair and like you ever like fart, but like you're sitting on
goes
the chair
up your
so
ass
hard
crack.
and it like creeps up and it like comes out the top.
A
You can feel like a bubble like rolling up like a marble.
Especially if you're wearing tight jeans, it's a much bigger bubble.
Oh, it's like a fart marble. You know what I'm talking about? You ever you can feel it like rolling like up to the top, and then it comes out the top. What is wrong with us?
I don't know, but that's fucking funny, man.
All right. So look, we were gonna record season 1 and season 2 right in order, but now it seems after speaking to the Ace Man's team that we might be doing some alternating episodes. So whatever it is, they're coming out. Yeah. We're going to be talking about Catch a Contractor stuff. You'll just have to catch up with us. We're talking about whether it's season 1 or season 2 or season 3. Just tune in and check it out.
You sound like a DJ.
I do. Well, yeah. Do I have
you have MC
DJ voice on.
You do. You have MC voice on, and at this time we're going to talk about. Yeah.
No, it wasn't really meant to sound that official.
You did. No, you sounded totally MC.
Really?
Yeah, you did. You didn't sound like you.
Just do that on the fly?
You totally did, because you don't sound like that when you're
so
just talking
So if this TV
to me.
thing doesn't work out, maybe I have a shot at radio or something. No?
Well, maybe you can just go MC another wedding.
Yeah, no. Those days are over.
Yeah. I didn't even look to see what episodes we're going to... I had to look in my... I have it in Amazon... The episodes that I bought from Amazon of our show. We have to buy our own episodes.
That's
we don't get them
By
from
the way,
anybody.
being that they're not airing repeat episodes right now between the seasons of Catch a Contractor, you guys can check out Catch a Contractor season 1 and 2 on Hulu, also on Amazon. You can purchase the whole seasons or individual episodes on iTunes.
Yeah.
And, of course, you can always go to Spike.com and check it out. And they also have a free app right now.
Yeah, it's a Spike app. Yeah,
Nice.
You can watch everything for free from season 1 and 2.
Yeah, so you guys can go on the Spike TV app, download that, and then hook it up with your cable provider, and you can watch all of the episodes completely free anytime you want.
Yeah.
So, good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, before we do that, let's talk about what's going on here.
We have so much to talk about.
So we just relocated out to California and all these surrounding areas. We can't say exactly where, of course, but it's kind of like shifting from place to place. There's talk of going to Vegas. So yeah, it's been really cool being here, getting back here, and getting out of the snow and the cold, right back in New York.
Yeah, and like we were talking about earlier, I've been going back and forth flying. So I go home on a red eye, like I am in about an hour and a half. I'm going to be at the airport in an hour and a half to get on the red eye.
We're about to pack you up and ship you back to New York soon, right?
I'm
going to miss you.
Oh, I'm going to miss you. That makes me really fucking sad and fucked up.
Well, yeah, but we get through it though. We're doing our thing, right? This is what we do.
I don't know. Being apart is not what we do.
Well, no, that part's never easy. But we knew.
And I don't know how many days.
We knew when we took this thing on, like years ago, right, that it was going to be, it's inevitable.
I fucking prayed when they were like offering, like when the sizzle reel, when it was that early stage. I sat on our bed. I remember, like it was fucking yesterday when they called to tell you, like you're the one that they wanted. Yeah. I remember like sitting on the bed praying,
you're the
like,
one, the one.
Ooh, 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 honey. No, I was thinking, God, please, please, please don't give him the California, please, nothing across the country. Please let it be New York opportunities.
Well, that's where it is. Everything's out here. It's like...
Well, New York has a huge potential for all kinds of things in entertainment.
Right. But, we're filming most of it out west. And let's not forget, we got the Ace Man on board with the team here.
Oh, yeah.
And he is, obviously... locked into this West Coast area because he's got his podcast, he's writing books, he's producing movies. He is the busiest man in show business. Yes or no?
Yeah,
super busy cat. So that has a lot to do with why we're not traveling around to other states. It's
and why I have to go back and forth right now.
Well, yeah, but the other seasons you were out here full time with me the whole time, right? It's like it's
that makes for a lot of change for us. But for us personally, with you being here alone, you came out and for the first time. Like for the first visit of this season, you came out by yourself without me because usually we do all of that stuff together, checking in.
We always travel together,
which
has been really nice. We've been very fortunate that it's worked out that way, but we had to know that it wasn't always going to be like that.
Well, I was praying it wouldn't be, and if
we got away with 2
get in my
whole seasons, right? We're going on 2 years now.
Don't you hate when assholes get in your way?
Yeah.
The fucking assholes with don't even get me fucking started. But fucking assholes got in the way.
Don't get started.
Anyway, so talk about.
Don't get Ali started.
Don't get me fucking started. Fucking assholes. So talk about what your experience was like when you got here, like what you did. Right off the bat.
It's different for me this time around because I'm always dealing with all the emails and the memos and the messages back and forth from our production company and from Spike and just directors and producers and stuff. So I spend a lot of time looking at my phone with emails, and you've always been here to drive with us. That's a big part of getting around. And I've always said this is really kind of messed up because we've been coming back and forth out here for a couple of years now, and I really didn't even know how to get around too well because I'm always looking down. In the car reading, right, on the way to a set or on the way to a construction site somewhere, like catching up on all the material.
You have no concept of where any of the other cities
researching codes and laws, and there's so much information that we got to be responsible for on this show. And you're right. I don't really do a lot of driving. You've been doing a lot of the driving.
All of it.
Thank you for that, wifey.
Oh my love.
Yeah, because you give me enough time. You make it possible for me to do my thing. So,
I love you.
But now I've had to drive myself around and read, so you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't gotten into an accident yet.
Well, and also you have never.
I was going to knock on wood, but that probably wouldn't sound too good on the microphone. So.
No, I wouldn't. You've been using the navigation system on the phone while you're driving, which you've used before, but I think you've been also using Waze for the first time.
Yeah. No, I use the regular. We have the iPhones, and I use the Maps app that comes with the iPhone, and it works great. I use it at home all the time. They get the job sites and all over on the East Coast.
Right.
But out
here it's different.
Yeah, out here the traffic is horrendous.
It's a whole other
for you
fucking
East
world.
Coasters and everywhere else in the world other than the West Coast, you've never experienced traffic like anywhere in your life like there is in LA.
Yeah. It's just totally different, and it stops you. It's like to go 15 miles can easily take you an hour or sometimes even more.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to double the mileage and throw on some extra just for fun.
You got to throw on like an hour, leave an hour early for everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But the Waze app is really cool because they kind of navigate you around all that
shortcuts,
stuff.
And it's because the people that use the app participate in its in what makes it the decisions it makes. Like if there's like a heavily crowded road, Waze will find other ways.
See, I never got that though. It's like so you're driving, and I watch you do it.
Controlled.
I watch you do it all the time. You're driving, so there's little icons on the app that if you pass a cop, you can press, just past the cop, and it automatically knows where you are.
You get points and shit like that for all the extra shit that you contribute.
Isn't that kind of like...
I don't do that.
You're interacting with your phone as you're driving.
Yeah. I might press the button to let Waze know that there's heavy traffic, like standstill.
Right.
I do that because if I'm standstill, it's not really...
So it tells you when there's
dangerous.
an accident, but now you have to start to wonder how many accidents are caused by people looking down at their Waze. and pressing the interaction buttons, right? Traffic.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, good job.
I should turn my ringer off.
Hey,
that's very unprofessional.
There's an original idea.
Yeah,
shut your ringer off while we're recording.
So Waze here is really cool because it gives you these wicked shortcuts through people's neighborhoods that you would have never thought of.
Pissing people off though, too, right?
My throat is a little fucked up right now from before.
From before?
From making all that noise.
From making noise?
Yeah.
Oh.
From what you did.
Oh. God.
It hurts in my throat. From yelling.
Wow.
Anyway,
okay. All right.
Anyway.
That's a whole other show.
Aww.
While your throat hurts.
Well, at least we're married. I would sound really slutty if we weren't married, but who else are you gonna do that stuff with? But your wife. Exactly. I love you.
Sexy bitch.
Aww. I love.
So we're traveling around. We're going to sets. We're doing our thing and construction sites, and it's just been a really crazy couple of weeks. And we were on full blown catch a contractor mode. In addition to that, I have just signed on with an awesome trainer at the world famous Gold's Gym in Venice Beach. Probably one of my favorite places on the planet to be. It is the mecca of weightlifting and bodybuilding and all that. When I go there, I feel like I'm kind of like I'm home. The building embraces me when I walk in. It's like it knows I'm there, and we kind of have this thing. It's
that sounds really weird.
Yeah, it does, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's stupid.
Yeah. When I walk through the door, I feel like this warm, fuzzy feeling all over.
It's a very cool gym. It's huge, and they have a lot of equipment, and there's a lot of cool people in there.
Any other gym I've ever been in, though. It's like, there's Planet Fitness, which I've never even stepped into, but that's one end of the spectrum.
And I think from what I've heard, it's a nice place.
Other end of the spectrum is Gold's Gym, and not just any Gold's Gym. Gold's Gyms are all great, right? But this one.
Tell them about the first time.
Is the most famous gym in the world by far.
First experience there. Your first time ever.
The first time I ever walked into Gold's Gym Venice Beach was, I don't know, almost a couple of years ago now, when we first started filming the pilot, right?
Mm-hmm, yep.
And I said, man, I got to go in there and check this place out. I've watched, Pumping Iron and a million movies and read about it. I'm like, I can't wait to check this gym out. And actually, we went looking for it. We drove down Pacific, right? Yeah. I think we passed the old original one, and it's still got like the outline of where the old Gold's Gym sign used to be on the outside of the building.
Yeah.
And it was really early in the morning, right? It was like 6:00 in the morning or something. We were doing something.
We were looking for it.
Going to I don't know, whatever we were doing.
Because
it was early, but
here.
it was before business hours, right?
Yeah.
Something. All right, they're just not open yet.
Right.
And then we go back there the next day, and it's like
no, that's not the place.
Like, no, this isn't it.
It's like a huge place, like blocks behind that.
Yeah, just a couple of blocks away is the one that's been open for.
So, how about what happened inside?
Oh God! I walk into this place, and I get in. I start doing my workout, and from the moment I walked in the door, I'm seeing just like so many famous faces. And I'm not like a big celebrity follower.
And you didn't know who they were though. When you see somebody, I
started describing. The person on this show, and I'm like, it was like Jennifer Lawrence, and you're like, you're an idiot. You don't even.
Like you don't know who the people are.
No, because I'm not like I don't do the tabloid thing and the TMZ and the star fucker. That's like Corolla's word, right?
Yeah.
You're a star fucker. Which star are you fucking?
You.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, that's right. Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah, I know. Lucky me.
I'm a celebrity.
Aw, no, the Adam doesn't think he's a celebrity.
No, he doesn't.
So tell us what happened when you called me.
So I walk into the gym, I start out, and I'm passing one after the next, and I get up to the dumbbell rack, and all the dumbbell racks have like a mirror in front of them on the wall, and you can kind of see what you're doing. So I lift up a couple of dumbbells, and I'm standing there doing some curls, and along comes this big guy, stands next to me, and he's tall, and I'm like, man, he looks really familiar, but his face looked familiar, but his body was like didn't add up, and all of a sudden someone came up behind him, and he's like, hey, what's up, Big Lou? And when he turned around and I heard his voice, because Lou Ferrigno has a very distinctive voice, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, oh, get out of here, man. And he's standing like a few feet away from me, and he's working the weights right next to me, and our eyes kind of met in the mirror, and he knew that I knew who he was, and I had like this moment of like starstruck thing,
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be the dick that walks over and be like, hey, man, and like shake his hand. Luke, I'm a big fan. And, can I get a picture? I would,
because it's always a risk.
That's your first reaction. You always, you want to do that.
Absolutely.
But then I stopped myself and I just, played it cool and I just kept curling my weights. And I'm looking at him and he's big, he's tall. But he's not like that massive mound of muscle that he used to be. He's like, much more athletic build right now. He looked fantastic,
I still haven't seen him.
Oh, he looks great, especially, for a guy in his age. He's just in still incredible shape, and he's in there all the time. Now, since then, of course, I've joined there, and I go there every free minute that I have here. I've been there many times. In fact, I just saw him again the other day. Who else did I see in there?
No, but then, wait, after... I think it was probably within a couple of minutes, right? You called me on the phone, and you're like, "You won't believe who I just saw." You're like, I'm working out next to the Hulk.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Well, because we grew up in that time period, like back in the day when he got famous for being the Hulk, and that character.
That's how we know him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the original TV character, the Hulk. Back around the days of like Steve Austin and the $1 Million Man, and like was it like
don't make me angry.
Right.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh my
that was so awesome.
What was it, like late 70s, right?
Yeah. We just watched an episode of, what was that, The $6 Million Man the other day. It was, right? Like, you don't remember it being so fucking cheesy.
Well, because back then, like, the special effects, were like, that's what it was, and like, that's all we knew. But now we see shit in like, high def and, and super high def and all these special effects we never had back then, so... Now, when you watch those, you're like, oh, man.
Okay,
so, you're watching all the stuff that we see now, and, like, then you flip back to, like, the classics, and it's like, oh, my God, the special effects and all that stuff is just so...
But the acting, it was, like, really distinctly shitty.
Yeah. Oh, my God, the acting
it was really fucking bad. It was, like, unwatchable, almost. It was, like, comedic just because of how bad it was.
Yeah. Well, interesting, right?
Yeah.
How things change.
Yeah.
So I saw the Hulk, right?
Oh, do you remember what happened when I went to go pick you up?
Right. I'm coming out of the place, right, and you're waiting for me in the parking lot, and I pass right by Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
Standing by the front door.
Yeah. And he had like a little posse with him. He had one of those like Goomba sweatsuits on, right?
Yeah. He looked like he was right out of Goodfellas, right? He had like the velvet sweatsuit on, the Sergio Valente.
Yeah, he was very pale. But I pulled up at the front door in the car, and I remember like, holy shit, like that's fucking Ray Liotta, like,
right?
I really like.
But that's why that place is so. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why it's so cool, but it's like everybody that's in there, and they're just regular people, I mean, and that's what they are. I mean, they're regular people, but it's cool to just see them, kind of be in their own element and not be the whole star celebrity thing. When people are in that place, no one bothers anybody, and everybody is just like, they would kind of be around their friends, and it's a very cool vibe because you don't feel that pressure. They really discourage people taking pictures and coming up and talking to anyone. In fact, this has been a number of times that people have come up to me in that gym, and they said, we love your show, or always very polite.
But you always let everybody take a picture, and you always say yes.
I do.
You don't say
no, I've never said no because listen, we had this conversation the other day actually with Tito Ortiz and a few of his crew. Tito, we just went to go see him fight, and that guy stood on line for 2 hours as people exited the arena and signed autographs, and the line was just to the end of the building.
But also, you had hung out with 50 Cent in the gym.
Oh yeah, I met 50 Cent there. We had a pretty cool conversation with him.
Yeah, and like both of us are the kind like we don't ask people to take their picture like celebrities because we don't want to be that person. He is the only celebrity I've actually ever asked to take a picture with. He took the
chance. It's only because I heard whispering in the back of my head. My son would like flip out. And I was going to send him a picture because he's a big fan of 50 Cent. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to break the golden rule. And I felt like a fucking asshole doing it. I'm like, hey, man. And this is after having a conversation with the guy. He was cool as hell with me. He's like, we're talking about, I just went to go see him at Citi Field with Jesse. Took him to see a Met game. And after the Met game, there was a concert. It was 50 Cent. And this was only weeks before, when I saw him at Gold's Gym. And he was having some technical difficulties with his equipment. His songs kept cutting off. And I kind of brought it up. I'm like, hey, man, I just saw you at Citi Field. I could see his face kind of drop. He's like, oh, yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah.
You know? So we got talking about, he's like, well, what do you do? And I told him about Catch a Contractor and Spike TV. And he's like, oh, yeah, I heard about that show, man. He's like, I never seen it, but it's, it sounds like it's awesome. I can't wait to check it out. So he was really cool. And, we're lifting and the whole thing. And it kind of had like that little bro thing going on for a second, I felt like we were getting cool, We're like, we're talking about like, you're doing your music thing and I'm doing my TV thing and definitely not on the same level.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, all right, I'm gonna break the rule and I'm gonna like, hey man, would you mind if I, get a quick shot? I'm gonna text my son a picture and he's like straight looks at me and he's like, no, I'm not. He's like, no, man. Yeah, he's like, no, man. No, I don't do that in here. And I totally got it. And yeah, exactly.
You feel like a little tiny
like, I walked away with my tail between my legs. I'm like, oh, man. I'm that guy.
Yep, you were totally that guy.
I was that dick. Oh,
yeah.
God, I felt so stupid. But anyway, he was cool about it, and he didn't make a big deal out of it. And I totally get why. Because everybody in that whole place, it must have been 100 people in the gym that day. It was like a weekend day.
Yeah,
it was busy.
They would have lined up.
Everybody was eyeballing him. You could see people whispering to each other, oh my God, it's 50 Cent, And that just happens all the time in that place, but nobody really bothers anyone. Every once in a while, actually the other day when I was in there, I saw two young guys, I don't know, they had to be teenagers, come up to Lou Ferrigno. And I was like, oh no. They're going to do it. And they had their phones out.
But you didn't ask. You didn't ask Lou.
No, I didn't ask Lou.
So you don't know what he would have said.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just get the feeling like, don't bother the guy when he's in the gym. Like that, that gym, is his temple. Yeah. It's like didn't feel right. I actually felt better about asking 50 Cent for, than I would for Lou Ferrigno.
It's also, you have to weigh out, like, it's kind of like a risk, but if they say yes, the fucking payoff is like... Look what
it's just cool. It's like, it's a rare opportunity that you would ever get to see these people in that environment. And, I totally get it. But really? How do these things come out of you?
That was like so weak.
That was a weak example.
I apologize. It was really lame.
These two guys come up to Lou and like with no hesitation at all. Hey, can we get a picture? And he leans right in, and they selfie it up 2 or 3 shots, and then he goes back to lifting weights.
And he said, "Okay."
And I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
You could have done that.
Yeah,
why didn't you then? At that point,
I don't know. I just, what? Maybe I will at some point, but it's just cool to see him there. He's a great guy. He's always very nice to people, as is everyone else that I've seen there.
So I flew in on Friday,
right?
Last week was my first of many fucking trips out here to be with you and to film. Because sometimes when I'm out here, I'm not filming, and I am with you. So it's like a lot of.
For a second, because you're so cute right now. You have 2 little pigtails coming up out of the top of your head in the back, which are kind of, I call them handlebars. For obvious reasons. And you're sitting here like all cute in your little outfit, twirling your pigtail like a 6-year-old girl, and like every other word out of your mouth is fuck. I'm like, what? There's something wrong with this picture. Burping, like fuck, and oh my God, twirling your pigtail. All right, go ahead, resume. I just wanted to paint that picture for everybody listening.
So this whole experience of flying has been really fucking with my head because first of all, the time it takes to get here from where we live, it's a 6-hour flight plus coming out here, and so and when I go home, I take the red eye, and I fly home on certain nights of which I won't say, and then I get to work. I go to work right after. Like, I get off the plane, I get driven home, I change my clothes, I feed the cats, I go to work.
Yeah, you go right to work.
I go right to fucking work. I put my gun on, I put my fucking clothes on.
Yeah, you go from TV mode back to law enforcement officer mode.
Yeah.
Strap on the Glock.
Yeah.
Right?
And then,
suit up and go back to work.
Yeah. And so it's really like a mind fuck because the exhaustion, like when I flew out here on that Friday, I hadn't gotten any sleep the night before because I was packing. It was the first trip out here of the season, and so I was just really meticulous, trying to remember things. I knew I was going to forget things, so I packed a lot. And when I got here, my memory, like, it really fucked with my memory. I was like a whole different fucked up person. Right? Like, I needed a full day to recover.
I gotta get out a pen. I'm gonna get like a pen, just like I'm gonna do a fuck count.
I know. You know, it's like when I'm just like not thinking about it, I can't help it. I mean, I can not say fuck, obviously, but I'm just being me.
Hey, I want you to be yourself, but I mean, it's just like I'd like to.
I can try to be
I'd like to keep
conscious
score
of it.
sometimes.
I know. You even said that earlier today. Like everything, what do you want me to do?
No, all right, keep going. Tell your story. Tell your story. I'm sorry.
So anyway, yeah, that's just fucking with me because it takes me like a day to. That lasted about a second.
You don't even realize it's like it's like fuckity fuck. Fuck you fucking fuck.
I know.
Oh my
Sorry.
God. No, like if anyone could see what I'm seeing right now, it's like you're hearing one thing, but you're like so like cute and pretty, and you're like you got your little like sexy little outfit on, and you're twirling your little pigtail.
Let me take a selfie. Let me see what I look like.
All right, come on, selfie queen. Let's go.
Okay, well, just we can post it then to corroborate what what you're saying, what's going on right now. Right. So anyway, so it took me like a whole fucking day to adjust, as we were talking about. So then after that, once we get back in our groove and our downtime here, we finally got back on our bikes. Love that. That never gets old. We got these beach cruisers.
Yeah, so that's one. Well, there's a lot of great things about Southern California, but it's such a cool place in that, it's outdoor.
Yeah.
Like everybody's into biking and surfing and skateboarding and all like
roller
outdoor.
skating,
yeah, it's like
running.
It just feels like a healthy environment, right?
Yeah.
It's like everybody's doing stuff that's kind of like exercise based, and people prefer to take their bikes and other modes of transportation rather than cars around here.
What's the amazing part, though, I mean, like everybody in the neighborhood is riding bicycles, but what's really, really cool is the Strand. Like when you get on the bike path starting at Venice Beach and then ride it all the way down to Santa Monica, that never ever gets old. I just love it. The wind is blowing, the temperature is perfect. You're getting a little bit baked in the sun, and
you're riding along the ocean.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
and it's like I missed it. And when we got our bikes last season, because the first time we went to go, fucking story, man. Remember when we went to rent bikes for the first time here?
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous, this fucking story with these bicycles. We wanted to get the tandem bike so that we can be together on the same one bike, and I've never done a tandem bike, so we did
it once, and that was the last time because I wound up doing all the pedaling.
Yeah, man, I put my feet up. It was awesome, and
I look behind me, and she's got her feet up on the frame of the bicycle, not even anywhere near the pedal. Like you might as well have been like in an easy chair, reclining, with your hands behind your head. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it was a princess ride.
Really?
But what was so fucking annoying about getting the bike? Okay, first we go down to the beach area where they have the rentals. Right. We get to the window, we fill out all the paperwork, and the guy's like, okay, it's going to cost however much.
Right,
and they ask you for your ID and your credit card.
Right.
Both of which they want to fucking hold on to while you're riding the fucking bike.
Right. They want your credit card and your driver's license.
Okay, so now...
It's not like make a copy of it. They want to keep it.
They want to hold on to it.
That's absurd, right?
Yeah, in exchange for the bicycle.
Who gives their driver's license and their credit card?
But wait a minute. We want to go out to eat. We want to go shopping. So first of all, you've got what I'm going to use to pay for all of that.
Right.
And second of all, you've got the ID that I would even if I had other credit cards, which I do.
Right.
You're keeping my ID, which everybody in California.
Leave my driver's license anywhere.
No, because first of all, people steal shit. Second of all, though, here, unlike in New York, when you use a credit card here, every vendor asks you for ID.
Yeah.
If it's signed on the back, if it's not signed on the back, no matter who the hell you are,
which
they
is actually
ask you
a
for
good
ID.
thing because obviously they're trying to cut down on credit card fraud and all of that.
Yeah.
But it makes it a little hard when you don't have your credit card or your license.
Yes. So they're holding your ID. I'm like, but you holding my license, I can't use my credit card and buy anything.
Right.
And the logic blows my mind.
If I recall, I forgot my wallet. It was back at the room, right? So I had some cash in my pocket, but the guy didn't want the cash. He wanted a credit card. And he wanted the driver's license.
So I'm like, fuck this shit.
So you have your license. You have your pocketbook with you. You have your license, your credit card, and everything else. So I'm like, all right, just use yours.
But remember this: I keep your license, one of your expired licenses, in my pocketbook just in case you need ID for some reason. So,
which has come up on a few occasions. Whatever it was, I left my license at home, or I forgot my wallet or something. So. You happen to have a copy of it. It's an expired license, but it's still a valid ID.
So I'm like, fuck this place. Let's go to another place and get a bike somewhere else, right? So we go up the street to like a classier bicycle place instead of this shithole on the beach, right? So now we go in there. We want to get a tandem bike, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay, I need, ID and a credit card. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, all right, fine. So you know what? I'll give them your ID. And a credit card, and that way we can still go shopping and use mine.
And then I'm thinking, all right, listen, what is it like? The bike is maybe a couple $100.
I'll just leave
piece
of shit.
I had I don't even $500 on me of cash. I'm like, how about I'll buy the fucking bike. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? How much is the bike? I'll just buy it.
Yeah, we even said you can run our credit card for like $1,000 and hold that in lieu of the bike. Like
you can buy two bikes.
They refused to do it, but the fucked up part about that, I don't know if you remember this. They wouldn't keep your ID because it didn't match the name on the credit card because it was my credit cards. We didn't have anything with your name on it, so it had to be.
Wallet home,
So and we're both Bedells, but they wouldn't take it because it was your name on the license and my name on the credit card, and they wouldn't fucking take it. I was about to lose my mind. You know when you get so frustrated, it makes you want to cry, of the frustration.
I looked over you. I think you were like shaking.
I was thinking about it right now. I'm about to lose my mind again. And then, do you remember this part of it? That this even more fucked up asshole part of it is that they wouldn't take your ID though. Because it was expired, an expired driver's license. Yeah. So what the fuck does that have to do with? What the fuck does that have to do with anything, right? It's not like they're going to write you a ticket. It is still valid identification that you had to go to the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles with your birth certificate, your social security, your passport to get that ID, all those things that have already been verified by the state of New York, and they won't take that because it's expired. That has absolutely nothing to do with your identification because you will never be anybody else.
Wow, you're getting fired up right now just talking about it.
The fuck off.
Are we fast forwarding into a what the fuck moment?
Yeah, you know what? That's my what the fuck for today, because that's so fucking stupid. And you know what? While I'm on the same fucking rant about that stupid asshole at the bike store because of your expired driver's license, do you remember this? When we were we were at JFK, JetBlue terminal, and we were going through security, and the asshole TSA guy wouldn't use that. He wouldn't take your fucking license either because it was expired.
Thank God you had it that time, because remember we were in the limo on the way to the airport?
Yes.
And I was like...
You left your brand new one in the copy machine at home.
So check this out, everybody. Here's what I do. Here's how frantic we were, scrambling around in the morning, trying to pack our shit, get ready, because the limo's going to be at the house any minute, and we're running late, and nothing's packed. And so I take out my driver's license. I'm always thinking ahead, just in case, what if, plan B type of thing. I go into the office and I put it on I put my driver's license in the copy machine, and I'm going to make a photocopy of it to keep like in a separate place. So God forbid I lose my wallet, I lose my license, whatever. I have proof that I actually have a license, right? So I get the copy, I fold it up, I put it wherever I put it, and we run out the door and we get in the car. We're about halfway to JFK. And then I had one of those moments like,
where your heart sinks.
Oh God! I don't know what even made me think of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have asked me. You're like, oh, you have you got your ID and all that stuff, and
no.
And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. And I can't go back because we're already running late.
No, yeah, we were in rush hour traffic. Yeah. We were late. It's in the copy machine.
Dumb ass.
But I had the photocopy though.
Yeah, you did. But this TSA asshole.
And I just went through the whole rigmarole to get that
you got the enhanced license.
The enhanced license, which is kind of like a passport. You can use it to go out of the country in certain places.
Only,
it's like a high-end security clearance type of thing, right?
Yeah, but I nearly lost my mind again, and I didn't want to lose it though in the TSA guy because they can easily make you never get on your fucking flight.
Well, they'll snap on the rubber gloves and come with me.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that again, the logic
it can turn into a bad day real quick.
It doesn't make any sense because, again, your identification never changes. You are still you, and you still went through the process that you went through. Unless they're going to write you a traffic ticket, the expiration has no purpose. It doesn't matter for anything else other than an officer writing you a driving infraction.
Remember, TSA has a very specific job. They're doing their thing.
It's stupid
and they
bullshit.
have specific directions.
Okay, all right, then let's go back to this other fucking assholes. You remember we went to the dine-in theater in Marina Del Rey?
Oh, yeah.
It's 21 and over because they serve you. Like, it's a dine-in. They got these recliners that you watch the movie, and it's like they serve you meals. They have waiters who come through the aisles, and you can order food and drinks, alcohol, whatever. So the two of us go to, they ID you. You have to be 21 and over to go here. So, again, I've got Skip's ID on me. We both have to show ID to this, like, fucking pimply 16-year-old asshole.
Okay, so we had come from a construction site. All my stuff was still on my bags and all that stuff.
And everyone's be like, why the fuck don't you ever carry your ID?
Well, no, I always carry my ID, but we're bringing up the few times that I didn't have it because we're talking about what happens when you don't have your ID. So there's only been a handful of times in the last couple of years, and we're bringing them all up right now. Yeah. So, yes, at that particular time, again, I didn't have my wallet. It was on our luggage. And, it happens sometimes because, we both have our credit cards with us. We both have money with us. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference what's going on our cards anyway. So, so you took out my other license that you have that's expired, right?
Yeah.
And the kid
that's young enough to be our fucking grandchild.
Right. This little, pain in the ass looking kid, right?
But he's the manager.
He's still got the squeaky voice, when he's going through puberty.
But he was one of these. He's one of these assholes that he took his position as manager of the AMC theater as really big authority time, and he looked at it and he was like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't let you in."
Meanwhile, I got a gray beard. I'm like, dude, really?
I know. He's like, well, this is expired. I'm like, yeah, so.
Right. We don't need to talk about how old I am, but I'm at least 3 to 4 times his age.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck does the expiration on his driver's license have to do with validating the fact that this man is over 21 years old? Nothing.
Right. Well, nothing. That particular place, they serve food and alcohol in the theater, right? So
but you're still over 21, and that's proof. It's proof that's
I think it's kind of cool when you get carded, though, right? It's pretty rare that at our age right now
it's
you get carded.
It's not cool because we know that they're just doing it for, legal purposes. It's got nothing to do with us looking like we're 21.
I'm like, really?
No.
Really? Wow.
We still don't look
Somebody
like we're
please
21.
card me.
No. It's just the ridiculousness of these stupid places. It really pisses me off. People, the fact that your license is expired has no effect on anything in the world except you're getting a ticket from a police officer when you are driving a motor vehicle.
Right, that's it.
That's it. The world pisses me off today.
All right, next.
Here we
go.
Okay, so now...
you're fired up.
Oh, you know what?
Feisty. You're really flipping those pigtails now, man.
I know.
Yeah, the angrier you get, the faster you flip.
Well, let me
it's like a fucking helicopter. You're gonna take off.
And I'm gonna twist both of them now and make Princess Leia wraps around.
You're spinning those things really fast. I'm ready for you to fly off the phone.
Now I got Princess Leia head right here. I twisted them up and tucking them in.
Oh my god!
So now let me go, while I'm really busy ranting about everything. Let's go back to.
You sound like Ace Man.
I know, right? Well, because there were things that really annoy me, and I don't want to get it out. The bike path.
Crazy ass rants.
The bike path that we enjoy so much that never gets old in Venice, right? So we're riding our bikes on the path.
Yeah.
And now when you go in Venice, there's the part where there's all the street vendors and the street acts and everything, and that's where you walk. And then there is a bike path that's swervy back and forth where you ride your bicycles.
Separate paths.
Separate things.
And it says painted right on it.
Painted all down the whole damn thing.
As you're riding, and arrows which direction you go. It says bike path only. Only for bikes.
Only for bikes.
Meanwhile, every person on the beach is jogging, walking, walking their stroller with their kid in it down the thing. And it's like, dude, people are flying on that bike path, and, this kid's on it.
Because it's for bicycles.
Right. Well, yeah.
So you get these fucking morons who are walking on the bike path. And you know what? If you feel the need to walk on the bike path, by all means, asshole, go ahead and do it. But stay at the edge because you could pretty much assume there's going to be bicycles coming your way. But these assholes...
Assume there are thousands of bicycles on this bike path. It's the busiest bike path on the planet,
my God.
probably.
So people are in the way. All right, so now I bought both of us. I have a bell on my bike, and you have an on yours. Actually, it's over here.
No, it doesn't even work.
This is mine. It doesn't?
Yeah. Oh, yours
this
works.
Is mine.
Yeah, my battery's dead.
Okay, so I got him one that was more masculine, and it goes...
Masculine?
It doesn't. It's not a bell like mine.
It sounds like a moped horn. It's like...
Well, you know what? It's better than you ringing that thing like, fucking Miss Mary Muffet sitting on her tuffet.
Yeah, I'm not ringing bells.
Okay,
I'm just like, out of the way, motherfucker!
So I do the courteous thing at first, all right? I'm like, the ding, the ding, the ding, the ding, the ding, so everybody gets out of the way. But people are ignoring the bell. So now you have to start weaving in and out. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. But the more I had to do that, the more pissed off I was getting as we went along.
You got to a point where you would just want continuous bell ringing like the whole time. Bring, 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 bring.
And then
I was like, well, she's about to trip out right now.
Yeah, because then after I had to start saying, excuse me, then I started fucking yelling at people. Yeah. Bike path!
Yeah.
Bike path! It's a fucking bike path! Like, get it. Oh my God, it was like a video game of like Mario Brothers where everybody jumps in your way. And it was like nobody had any regard for the bicycles on the bicycle path, and it ruins it.
They like weren't even looking.
No.
Like they just walk across the bike path, not even like turn your head and look in each direction.
Oh.
And, like I saw a number of times, not even just us, or people had to jam on their brakes on the bicycle people ahead of us to avoid hitting people. You know,
it really takes the fun out of it when instead of enjoying the breeze and the path, all you're doing is dodging people.
It was still fun.
Well, it wasn't as fun for me because I get really frustrated.
You get stressed out.
I have a very, 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 very low tolerance for incompetence and stupidity. I can't take it.
So do I. I do, but I think I have.
No, but I have a quicker temper.
I keep it in here.
You do.
I keep it in here.
You do, and I can't.
And then
I
snap.
No, I can't.
You just air it out all the time.
I do. I can't help it.
Yeah. That's all right, baby. You go. You yell at everybody.
Yeah, I did. I yelled at everybody, and you were good though. You didn't even tell me to calm down. You were kind of right there with me.
Yeah, I was just letting you do your thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So I was just yelling. And then I ended up hitting
somebody. You just got
somebody.
into town that day, and I'm like, all right, let me just let her air out.
Yeah.
And, that's a lot of traveling. I thought for sure the bike ride would be like, that would kind of,
But I
chill
did,
you out.
even my bell, I bought a bell that says on the bell, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, that's the coolest bell ever. It doesn't have like little daisies painted on it or some shit, or baskets full of flowers or something. Like most little bike bells have something pretty little thing.
Yeah.
It says "Get the fuck out of the way" on the bell.
Yeah.
We got to take a picture of that and tweet that out.
Because it's just when people really just piss me off because and ultimately I ended up running into somebody because she didn't get out of the way.
Yeah.
And it not only does it endanger...
And the best thing was her response was, "Whoa, take it easy, lady." And I was like, "You dumb bitch." He just walked right out in front of her.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? This is a bike path.
Right.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, it says right on it. They're walking across the letters. They're walking on the letters to say bike path.
Yeah, they're morons. Morons. So it just really pisses me off. These people walking on the bike path. I'm so pissed off right now.
Oh my God. This whole podcast has been one continuous rant.
I know. Everybody pisses me off. I know. Everybody pisses me off.
Oh my God.
So what did we do when we got on, what was a peaceful moment actually was we rode down to Santa Monica past the pier. And in Santa Monica, I think there's 4 restaurants called Perry's. They're like beach restaurants where you can get awesome food and you sit outside with your food. But this one Perry's, I call it 2 Perry's past the pier. Because it's north of the Santa Monica pier, but there's 2 Perry's restaurants past. And this particular one has a really big area outside of it with beach chairs and tables. And it's like really, it's not just a small, it's big.
Yeah, it's always nice there. You can go and hang out and sit under the umbrellas. Right by the beach and, get a drink, get something to eat. It's just a relaxing place. So we've stopped there many times and that's always a good destination.
Yeah, we stayed there for hours too. We've stayed there we've gone there in the middle of the day.
We usually go there around lunchtime. Yeah. And I think one time we wound up eating lunch there. Uh-huh. We stayed there so long we actually ordered dinner there too, right? Yeah. Because it's just like one of those places, just like, the wind's blowing off the ocean, it's just peaceful.
So peaceful. And then we ride the bike back down.
And you got to dodge people going back.
I know. But in this,
it's like a stress roller coaster. You go stressed out, and you're like, okay, it's good. Yeah.
And you chill out, and you get stressed out again. But we ride back then. We went all the way back to Venice. Right as sunset was coming. It's so amazing. It's beautiful.
The sunsets are amazing here. Because they sit right over the ocean, and the sunsets are just
the weather. It's just amazing.
Like postcard perfect, right?
When people stay out of my fucking way on that path, it's just the most beautiful day. Really. I just
God.
love it.
He
Never
just
gets
managed
old.
to get the fuck in there everywhere.
I know.
You're
You know, I bet you there's going to be like people like, I'm never listening to that fucking show again because
Oh, yeah.
there's people who just don't like the swearing and that they're just going to change the channel. I suppose I should try to. I don't know. Should I?
I don't think you should ever tone yourself down for anybody. You'd be you, and the people that like listening
I don't
to you
want
are
to
going to
offend
listen.
anybody. I don't.
Nah, I don't know if they're going to offend anybody. I think everybody's they can deal with it. Wouldn't be the first time they hear someone say that.
Because you know what? When I just like let my guard down and I'm just being myself, and you know, that's just who I am.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
It's like my tough little New Yorker. New Yorker.
Yeah, New Yorker.
New Yorker.
And I'm not always like that.
We still
right?
don't sound like that, though, right?
We don't
probably
sound
do
like
to
that.
other people, but some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
sound
I know,
really New
I know.
York. Hey, you're from Brooklyn, New
Hey,
York.
yo,
New
away.
York, go away. Oh, really bombats.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what? Actually, from watching the pilot, I think I tried to be more conscious of not sounding. I know. I thought I
Well,
sounded.
evidently we're from Jersey because everyone on
I
our
know.
crew still. 2 years we've been working
Yeah.
with these people, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are from Jersey, right?" We're like,
Yeah.
no.
I try to
we've
tone
already
it
talked
down
about
just
that,
a little
though.
bit, only because I don't. I think sometimes when the accent is too heavy, I think it makes you sound, not you personally, I mean like just in general, I think it makes people sound less intelligent, even though it doesn't have anything to do with your intelligence. I think that when the accent comes out, people get distracted by it, and they're not focusing anymore on the content of your statement. They're listening to how you say it, and then something gets lost. You know, they're missing out on really what's going on.
I watch people as they speak to you, and I think the thing that distracts them the most is that they're looking at you, and you're just so awesome looking, and then you're like, that fucking fuck. Yeah.
You just totally made me like get my happy cry.
Oh, you happy cried?
I just totally felt like tears coming.
Oh,
That's
really? Well, it's true. I mean, you're awesome. That's my wifey.
I love you so much. That's nice of you to say.
So yeah, we had a nice day. It's been you know, it's the usual hectic stuff with all our crazy schedule. Doing this, you know, filming this show is nothing short of crazy. You
Yeah,
know,
it's a
like
lot
the schedule is
of work.
insane.
Yeah, the schedule.
And the best part is like we get a schedule emailed to us, you know, in the beginning of the season. And, you know, it's supposed to be like laying it out where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing on a daily basis for like 3 or 4 months, you know. And I just kind of look at it and I laugh because that has never, ever...
It's never stayed the same.
It's never lasted more than a
Things
week or so.
change
Yeah, we get like
constantly.
a new version of it, like
Yeah.
once a week, right?
Yeah.
And then all your flights have to change.
Yeah,
Your whole life
yeah.
has to change over. So
Yeah.
I think we kind of gotten used to it, though, right?
Yeah.
So,
And this particular time, actually, the scheduling worked out that we had to be here over Easter, so which really sucked because we didn't get to share it with our family. But what sucked just a little bit more than that was that the sorry production, but you did insist that we be here for this particular weekend of Easter, and not one of those motherfuckers invited us for family dinner.
yeah, right.
Right? You'd think that like whoever's in charge of making that schedule so that the Bedells have to be here for Easter would be like, well, at least, you know what, let me invite them over to my family's house for dinner because you know they have no family here.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot. I had
Yeah.
scrambled fucking eggs for Easter.
No Easter basket for me?
Nope,
What's
nothing.
up with that?
No home cooked meals. I had
No chocolate bunnies?
nothing. No, oh, nice to meet you. Join us for a home cooked meal. No, I had
Well,
scrambled
you know,
eggs and a fucking English
we-
muffin for Easter.
We get that a lot, though. We get invited to a lot of places, and we do a lot of things. So, you know what? I was kind of happy just to have the day off with you. To be honest
You know
with
what? I don't mind ever being alone with you. I can
Yeah,
spend
I
every.
was happy.
That's my
It was-
happiest is being with you. But
Yeah.
it surprised me that nobody did ask us
Right.
to spend
You know
Easter
when
with
it
them.
occurred to me? We went somewhere. We're driving someplace, and the road was just like quiet.
Yeah, because everybody had some place to be but us.
Right. So, and we were just talking about the traffic. There's always traffic, and it
Yeah.
was like there's like hardly any traffic, and I'm like, wow, what's up? And then it occurred to me, everybody's with their family.
Yep. Yep.
But we were too.
We're with
You know,
each
I
other.
was with you. So.
Yeah, I mean, we can be alone on a desert island forever, and I never get tired of you anyway. I never get bored.
Isn't that crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I don't get like people ask me all the time. Like you guys work together. You know, you spend so much more time than most couples do because
Yeah.
we do. You know, we film the show together and we travel all the time together. We spend months at a time together.
Every single day.
Yeah. So I always get that question, like, wow, like you get sick of each other, and I'm like, no,
never.
We really don't. Like,
never.
how cool is that? And I'm not just saying it, because like you're not even around. You could be somewhere else, and I'm like, it's so cool to be able to say no. I love being with her every second.
Yeah.
Like I could never imagine. We've both been in multiple relationships, and
I've never been like that with anybody else.
No, listen, we've had long-term relationships, and at the time, you cared about the person you were with, but it's still, I can't look back and remember saying like this is, it's just different, right? It's different.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's so good because I never feel like I need a break or I'm going to go shopping now by myself. It's like, or even girls, like you want to come out on girls' night, and I'm like, well, I want to bring you, and if they don't want you to come, I don't
go
go
on a girls' night.
No, but if
I want you to go and have a good time.
There is nobody in the world that I would prefer to be with over you. So.
See, but there's something really cool about us though too, because I'll just be like, go have a good time, and you do the same thing with me.
Yeah.
Like there's never, and like now we're apart a lot. Like you're going back to New York for we can't say how long, but we're spending a lot of time apart, and it's just we just know that it's good like that. It's like not even any question. It's just,
I miss you like fucking crazy.
I miss you already.
I miss you already.
How long is it till you got to go to the plane?
I know. Like, I'm like looking at the clock right now, thinking, "Holy shit!" It's like the minutes are ticking until I have to.
How much longer do we got to get you in the car?
Probably about 20 minutes.
Wow.
15, 20, 25. Yeah, we should probably get here soon.
We should probably wrap this thing up.
Well, all right. So
go finish packing.
We are on Twitter. You are at Skip_Bedell, and I am at Allison Bedell on Twitter. We're both on Instagram, and we're both on Facebook. I am. My Facebook handle is official Allison Bedell.
You're official.
I'm official. And you are just plain old Skip Bedell.
I'm just Skip
Bedell. Yeah,
That's
it's like if people have questions or they want to comment about they want us to talk about something in particular, please go to our Twitter or our Facebook.
Yeah, go on there and give us your questions because we want to answer them on the podcast. And of course, that's one of the segments that we usually do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this time we're out of time.
Yeah.
And we got to get you to the
airport.
You
know what? We seriously have to leave.
Yeah, you need to get out the door and get back to New York. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
And we will catch you next time.
We love you guys. Thank you.
This is Corolla Digital.